Very good afternoon to you. As you can see, as always, and I sort of end up opening the drives the same, but as always it's a beautiful afternoon out here. We've got some very picturesque clouds, beautiful as Alex pointed out rightly, and I'm looking forward to the afternoon. Actually live here with WildEarth. We're at Juma Game Reserve, and I've got a feeling today is going to be a good one. No specific plans. There were two look camera, Marco at the moment, and also Jan in the live control center, and my name is Pieter. Let's go look around. Bugs around. We're not quite in that part of winter that you get to sort of here by July, August, at the end of winter, and there's actually very little insect activity. Compared to a few months ago in summer, there's much less, but there's still enough around. All the different subtle colors and hues of light, very, very pretty. That's a serious buffalo. I think that also explains maybe why those impala were a little bit more fidgety. Just as we stopped here now, we're slowly getting swarmed by flies. As soon as you've got a few hundred buffalo, they tend to attract more insects and bugs. And maybe those impala were just in the vicinity enough to have attracted some of them as well. Big male. Let's go and see if there's more around. Oh, it's nice to see this again. A youngish bull, but thick time. Well, he already is for his age. Oh, there's a little one as well. I think we're going to spend a bit of time here. It looks like this herd maybe sort of returned. They had their drink earlier. It looks like they might come out a bit more. There's a youngster with his mum. And if this is the herd I think it is, it's the big herd that comes up for sort of more from the south. It could be up to about 500 here. Oh, Alex, sorry to jump around, but look at that guy. Just pushed his head through the leaves there. That one there. Massive bull as well. Look at that set of horns. Incredibly. The spread itself, difficult to judge, but that'll be a little bit over a meter wide, probably 3.5 feet or so. Very big buffalo. He would certainly be the father of some of these youngsters walking around here. The sun is just coming out behind that layer of cloud we looked at earlier, and you can see it changing. There's this soft sort of golden wash coming over everything. They've been ruminating the whole day. Just look at that beautiful sunset through the trees, and after ruminating for a while, there's often a lot of defecating afterwards, so there's quite a buffalo-y type smell coming from these guys. Alex, let me go a little bit forward for you. Let's see what it looks like. You must tune me. Speak up or forever hold your peace, as they say. A little bit back. There's lots running. What's going on? Let's turn around. It's happening more behind us here. First I just thought there was a young buffalo just behind us. It seemed a little bit skittish suddenly, and he just jumped, and I thought the rest of the herd jumped because he jumped. You know, it's a typical herd mentality. Some more of them running off. Let's just see if we watch these guys. Look at this buffalo, very alert posture. I don't know, I've still got a feeling it was just one of them crying wolf kind of thing, but definitely a sudden movement from the herd. beautiful when they're running like that. Look at that. I'm not quite sure why that was. Let's have a look around, but look at this in the vehicle. We had a very nice break, and I believe there's a little bit of activity down at Gari Impala. We'll see what happens later on tonight. Otherwise, we just did Gari Pan. Still a little bit of not color but light on the horizon, but evening has pretty much arrived. We're going to head towards Buffelshoek Dam along Gari Pan Road, so it'll take us 5 or 10 minutes. Have a look around the waterhole, and then I think we're going to just drive around that area where the buffalo were earlier. Just spend a bit more time in that area and see, maybe, who knows, maybe we find some lions tonight. Let's go look around. Still remember quite clearly the other night when Rexon was on drive about a week ago or so, a little bit longer maybe, that Humgo was actually out and scent marking, spray marking, something that is very rare to see. Normally this guy's just in the water here. A big Steenbok. He's very close to us here, so I can't hear me that well. I've got a lie flat down in the front here. Like I was saying, relatively speaking, to say little Steenbok is actually incorrect. This is a beautiful male, definitely mature. Look at those horns. It's actually a male and female that now we'll start seeing more in winter time, just because it's more open. But they live up here in the northern. Looking at us, maybe he's wondering why we don't have bright lights on. Once again, just fantastic to see how the animal totally sort of emerges or relaxes again into its environment. And also notice how carefully it's walking. You see, it's trying to make as little as possible noise while feeding. Obviously, it doesn't want to attract attention. They'd be vulnerable to a variety of predators, but at the same time, people often think that because they're small, they're more vulnerable than something like a buffalo would be to lion, for instance. And in some respect that's true. Obviously more predators could catch this, but at the same time he's relatively small so as long as he's very alert and quiet about it, he would very easily be missed by things. I've on a few occasions seen leopard walk past or very close past Steenbok or duiker that are just sitting quietly in the grass a few yards away. So they in their own right are as comfortable out here as any other animal would be. I think people, non-predatory animals, in other words your prey species, are terrified all the time. They walk around worried about what's going to try and hunt them next. And it's not the case at all. They have grown up in this environment, fully aware of how to survive in this environment, and they're as relaxed as a leopard would be to some extent or another. See him looking at us as well. Actually interesting design. If you look at the antelope itself, I compare that to an impala, for instance, that we see quite often. Very long body. He lifts his neck up again, you'll notice quite a long, large body design, if you know what I mean. It's extended almost. The distance between the front legs and back legs much larger than it would be with something like a kudu or an impala. Of course, very strong back legs, like duiker as well. When they're running away through the undergrowth and the brush, they've got to be able to clear obstacles, and a lot of their propulsion or speed and agility comes from the back legs. It seems he's quite hungry, feeding away.